It's Tom Albright with AVNation previewing CEDIA Expo 2021 in person in Indianapolis. That's going to happen September 1st through the 3rd, Indiana Convention Center. I mentioned Indianapolis, and with me, that's going to be there with me is my buddy Joey Kolczynski from OneVision Resources. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Tim. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Again, September 1st to the 3rd, you can find OneVision at 3956. 3956 is the booth number. Joey, at first, this kind of the first, quite frankly, the first U.S.-based AV trade show that's happening in the States here. Certainly, ISE happened across the pond, 2 different locations. This is the first one in darn near 2 years, to be quite frank. That'll happen. So we walk into the Indiana Convention Center, find 3956, and get to talk with Mr. Kolczynski. What are we going to find at OneVision?
You are going to find myself and Jason Griffin, our director of product, sitting down, ready to have a bunch of conversations with integrators. We are not a manufacturer. We don't have product to show you or hardware to show you. We are not a vanilla software provider, so we don't have software to demo for you. What we do have is a new way of thinking about service. We think this industry is sitting on a gold mine. We think just about every integrator out there is leaving a lot of opportunity on the table with the way that they are likely processing or handling service today. And we see not only a way to handle service today that makes it profitable very quickly, also improves the quality of support for your clients, but there's also an entire decade ahead of us of growth and opportunity and evolution to ultimately become a technology manager for all of your clients, the single point of contact for all the service support and management that they need for all the various technologies in their life. And we think that's the value proposition of the future integrator, and that's where the value can be built with your business.
Talk for a second about why you think that the industry is, as you say, sitting on a gold mine.
So, more than ever before, clients have, if we look back over the last 10 years, clients have been buying more technology than before. The technology is more integrated and connected than before. It therefore is creating more problems than before. And if we look to the business world and look at how they handled that same evolution of IT systems, they needed and demanded more IT service and support than ever before. And that's why the IT world is worth billions between IT departments and managed services providers and other services within that market. So I simply think that the residential market is on that same path. Homeowners will have more tech tomorrow than they have today. That tech will continue to cause problems. And homeowners will be inclined to pay a premium for great service to have all of their technology serviced, managed, and supported on an ongoing basis. And we think integrators have a lot of the hard problems solved. They have the last mile already taken care of. Integrators have the tools, the trucks, the people, the knowledge, the skills. Probably the most valuable thing they have is a pipeline through builders and architects and other channels of high net worth families coming to them seeking to buy more technology that's going to cause more problems that will likely require more support. And all that's missing is a framework that allows them to embrace the demand for service. And it's not just some technology that they might need to help them do it. It's not just 24/7 remote support. It's also a shift in their mental model around how they handle it. Too many integrators I talk to today come and talk to me saying, I just want to get rid of service. In fact, I just spoke with 2 last week who said, I wish I could just give service to another integrator so that I could just do more projects. And the unfortunate thing about that is that the service department is probably where all the lifetime value is, or at least the majority of it is, with the client. And that's what we enable an integrator to capitalize on. And that's why we think that they're sitting on a gold mine. Probably every integrator has 100 plus clients constantly asking for service right now. And they do projects, 3, 4, 5, 6 new projects every month. And captured properly, those clients are long-term, profitable service clients. And that's likely worth a lot more than the project is today.
Yeah. I want to point something out here is you are not some Silicon Valley entrepreneur, engineer folk, guys who are like, oh, we've got the perfect example or the perfect product, and you're not part of some Y Combinator that like trying to bring something to market. You, Joey, are an integrator. You were a custom electronics, custom integration firm. You ran one. So how did you discover this with you and with your clients?
Yeah, I had a couple things going for me early on. First, I got started in this world just doing tech support, computer tech support, mobile device support, IT support. I was sort of a IT concierge. And secondly, I got started in the high net worth community of Boston. So my first clients were extremely wealthy. And the third thing I had going for me is I had a mentor in my brother who he himself was also entering into this high net worth world. It was his business partners who were my first clients. And so here I've got a passion for servicing people and creating experiences. I really enjoy doing that. B, I'm engaged with high net worth families who have the technology and are willing to pay a premium for the client for the service. And C, I've got my brother giving me all the feedback on the back end, telling me that raising my rates to $150 or $200 an hour is totally okay and worthwhile, right? And help me understand how these people would think. And this was back in 2008. And so as I became an integrator, it really challenged a lot of the things I had already started to figure out with service. And so, okay, I did the integration thing and that was moderately successful, but it was service where really things were evolving. And I had gotten to a place where I was a technology manager for 40 families and it was generating $100,000 a month in recurring revenue, which the average on that is $2,500 a month per family. I had some families paying $1,000 a month. I had some families paying $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month. And the point here isn't to say that all integrators can go and do that with their clients. I don't think that that's actually a very scalable business. I had figured out how to create a profitable and sustainable, super bespoke, high quality tech management service for a group of families in Boston. But the opportunity was to enable integrators who were already servicing a smaller set of technology in the home, the smart home stuff, not all the computers and everything else, enable them to provide a higher level of support and charge for it. And the reason why that was so clear to me was because the only difference between my clients in Boston and every other family 10 years from now was simply that technology 10 years from now would become so affordable that everybody would eventually have the same tech that my clients today had. And so my clients today were just this window into the future. If everybody was going to have the amount of tech that they have today, then everybody's going to need a service provider. And so who is going to provide that service? And I realized that all my peers in the industry were already perfectly positioned to do it. So I turned around in 2016 and started to partner with them and enable them to go start to do what I had figured out to do in Boston. And that's the long-term vision here. Enable integrators to transform their business model to become a technology manager and really be that single point of contact. And I'll just leave one example. I think that things like the dishwasher, the smart dishwasher, I think it'll be just as silly in 10 years for a homeowner to call the plumber for a smart dishwasher as it is for a homeowner to call an electrician if you've got a computer problem. Yeah. Right? Odds are the issue's not with the plumbing. Yeah. Odds are the issue's with the computer part, right? Who are they going to call for that? I don't think that the Maytag man's going to become a computer tech, but I think the integrators have a phenomenal opportunity to learn about all the technology in the home and establish themselves as that support provider. And that's something that I think homeowners will be willing to pay a premium for.
Awesome. Again, you'll find them, Joey and Jason both, at 3956 3956 September 1st through the 3rd. Joey, not everybody's going to CEDIA this year. So if they're not going, but they want to connect with you and OneVision Resources, how do they do that?
Check us out at our website, onevisionresources.com. That's all 3 words spelled out. Check us out on LinkedIn. We're pretty active there. And we'll be right back in touch.
All right, very good. Joey Kaczynski from OneVision Resources, again, 3956 at the Indiana Convention Center, September 1st through the 3rd for CEDIA Expo. For us at AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv. And follow along as we also hit the road again, thank goodness, for the first time in a year and a half. heading out to CEDIA Expo 2021, September 1st through the 3rd. All that and more at avnation.tv. Avnation.tv.